Hello everyone, my name is NinjaZenderCat. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a little while since I posted the last one. A lot of crap has happened, as has been stated by the posts. But here we are. This is a possible new series or a simple one-shot. This is Block Skyblock. This is definitely not a new thing, but it's a new thing on my channel. So how it works is you start with a singular block, and you can see me posing here for the thumbnail. I don't know why I decided to do that. Also, you can see that I'm using a different texture pack. This was one that I was shown by a friend, and yeah, so what you do in Block Skyblock is you break the block below you, and it instantly will respawn through commands. So essentially it's your goal to, well, beat the end dragon, I guess. So you can see that it starts off really simple, breaking blocks, getting dirt, that whole thing. I really want to get dirt for any passive mobs that I get. I want to get grass, and so I place dirt around that. I turn planks into a crafting table and other logs into the tools necessary to make stuff like pickaxes. This carries on for a while until I am visited by a friend of mine. It is Waffle. He is the same person from the Brick Bronze Type Challenge series. And for those of you who actually look forward to that, don't worry, more of that content is coming soon. I'm just slowly working on other things. Also, be on the lookout for another life drain video coming out soon. I hope you guys are happy to see that return, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Throughout this, I'm mainly just expanding the platform so it's larger, and so that I have a better area to work with. I decided that I was going to go with a 4-quadrant type setup, where I would go in 4 different directions and branch off from there. I'm not sure if this was wise, but it's what I chose to do, so YOLO. I expanded the platform a little further so that I would have a border to eventually put up my barrier that I would inevitably need. Because anything can spawn from this. Just moments after finishing up this recording, I did in fact find a ghast which blew a hole in this area, which told me that I was on the right track with trying to defend this place with blocks. A creeper and a ghast are no funny. It's not fun to deal with. While I have no problems with friends joining the game, I do question why he was floating for as long as he was. That's literally the only question I have. Why was he floating? How was he floating? It just broke my brain trying to figure this out. As your typical first episode is very chaotic, I will be counting deaths, my own deaths, on the top left, beneath the days played in the coordinates, and on the top right will be Waffle's deaths. And for some reason, every time that I killed Waffle or knocked him off the edge, he decided to say one thing. And I would greatly appreciate it if somebody in the comments could tell me what the heck it means. What was this man saying every time that he died? In case you guys don't know, Waffle is a few years younger than I am. So he's speaking in all the Generation Alpha speech, I guess. So can someone in the comments please translate what he's saying? I want to know what the heck it means, because he keeps repeating the same things, and it's honestly a little annoying after hearing it 12,000 times with no explanation. It is around this time that Waffle decides to try and take it upon themselves to try and reshape how I'm setting up my island. And me being the way I am, I got annoyed and, well, I punched him off the edge. And he fell to his death. His death was the first on here, and it's about to happen within a few moments of me mining here. there. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for today. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment telling me whether you guys want this to be a series or remain a single video. Anyways, my name has been NinjaXanderCat. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and bye for now.